A reading from the second letter of St. John. Chosen lady, I rejoice greatly to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we were commanded by the Father. But now, lady, I ask you, not as though I were writing a new commandment, but the one we have had from the beginning, let us love one another. For this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. This is the commandment, as you heard from the beginning, in which you should walk. Many deceivers have gone out into the world, those who do not acknowledge Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh, such as the deceitful one and the Antichrist. Look to yourselves that you do not lose what we work for, but may receive a full recompense. Anyone who is so progressive as not to remain in the teaching of the Christ does not have God. Whoever remains in the teaching has the Father and the Son. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Responsorial Psalm. Blessed are they who follow the law of the Lord.
Blessed are they who follow the law of the Lord.
Blessed are they whose way is blameless, who walk in the law of the Lord.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord.
Blessed are they who observe his decrees, who seek him with all their heart.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord.
With all my heart I seek you. Let me not stray from your commands.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord.
Within my heart I treasure your promise, that I may not sin against you.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord.
Be good to your servant, that I may live and keep your words.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord.
Open my eyes, that I may consider the wonders of your law.
Blessed are they who walk in the law of the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be in the days of the Son of Man. They were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage up to the day that Noah entered the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Similarly, as it was in the days of Lot, they were eating and drinking, buying, selling, planting, building on the day when Lot left Sodom. Fire and brimstone rained from the sky to destroy them all. So it will be on the day the Son of Man is revealed. On that day, someone who is on the housetop and whose belongings are in the house must not go down and get them, and likewise one in the field must not return to what was left behind. Remember the wife of Lot. Whoever seeks to preserve his life will lose it, but whoever loses it will save it. I tell you that on that night there will be two people in one bed, and one will be taken and one will be left. And there will be two women grinding meal together, one will be taken, the other left." They said to him in reply, "Where, Lord?" He said to them, "Where the body is, there also the vultures will gather." The Gospel of the Lord. Even though, strictly speaking, given the fact that these memorials today are optional, I would be expected to choose one or the other or neither one, since they are optional. I wanted to take both of them for a particular reason, because they collectively reflect a kind of a Martha and Mary situation, it seems to me, in their own lives, and that's useful for us. Margaret of Scotland, married to King Malcolm III of Macbeth fame. Okay, he, the successor of Macbeth. Malcolm, you know the end of the play. Okay, so Margaret is Malcolm's wife. He's semi-barbarian at this point. She is a devout, believing, faithful Catholic woman. She brings him along. She helps him to understand not only the job of royalty in ruling, but also the job of royalty relative to the poor. And so Margaret was a wife, a mother, and a tremendous activist, if you like, for the poor. And so there's the Mary, the Martha dimension, you might say. Now, Gertrude, on the other hand, enters a convent, a Cistercian convent, early in her own lifetime, studies literature, studies philosophy, studies all these things, and more just turns to prayer. She becomes the Mary. So that's useful for us. Okay, there's a story of the Desert Fathers where somebody comes up to one of the old 180-year-old Desert Fathers that's out there and says, "What is the best way to love God? What's the best way to love God?" And so the old man thinks for a minute and he says, "Well, in the scriptures, Abraham was hospitable. God was with him. David was humble. God was with him. Elijah loved silence and solitude. God was with him." So the bottom line, young fellow, is whatever your hand finds to do it in God, and God will be with you. And so whether we want to be queens and mothers or social activists or contemplatives and whatnot, really what matters is, are we doing it for the love of God? And if so, then God will be with us. There's not one way that all of us achieve union with God in Jesus Christ. Many ways. Look at all the ways in which people here are called, whether it's hospitality or serving or cleaning or 100,000 other things that we do. Ministries of one kind or another. These are good things. All of us have a call. All we need to do is to see what call we have. Where's our gift? Respond to it with love in God. Let us stand and pray.